just need to fucking steal my resolve right now before I read this chapter. I really don't think I'm ready, but we're gonna go fucking in. I really don't even want to mince words right now. Normally we have a long little 2-3 minute introductory dialogue before every chapter. All I really need to say right now is that if I lose Renji, if my boy goes out here, if he's slain and taken away from me by Arima, I'll be utterly broken. It's going to be just as bad as the time we lost my son, which I'm not even ready to see him return after Kano's fiendish experiments. But anyway, it'll wreck me beyond belief if I lose one of my top 5 best boys in the series. It'll destroy me. It really will. So, I'm desperately clinging to hope right now. Because last week when I initially read the chapter into the live reaction, it looked to me as though Renji got decapitated. It looked like Arima did a downward swipe with Narukami, and I was feeling extreme pain at that moment with the tragedy of him being slain by his own fucking sister. Which it's all but confirmed for me. I mean, anybody that doesn't believe that Ikari is Narukami, I don't know, I can't help you. But anyway, after rereading the chapter numerous times, after, looking in the comments, a couple of you pointed it out. I was in some discussion threads and some other videos in the comment section and everything like that, and many people, pointed me towards this, and after looking at it carefully, I agree 100%. He was, based on the angle and the trajectory and the blood splatter, it wasn't a slash downward. It was a pierce, whether it was through the face, through the throat, who the fuck knows, we can't see, it's covered by the fucking mask. But this leaves me a modicum of hope right now. This makes me believe that Renji could be okay. It'd be fucked up. Imagine if he got pierced through the throat and he couldn't speak anymore, which, I mean, he's always been that stoic, motherfucker anyway, but still. Let's just get into the fucking chapter, dude. Tokyo Ghoul, chapter 71. And this title to me, that's the thing about this title. This is exactly encompassing how I feel. Hope and suffering. Let's just fucking go, man. I got the glasses in case I need them. I'm not trying to have you guys see me cry or anything like that, but the Reaper who stole everything stands in his way. He's still standing. My boy, my boy's alright. It was in the throat. That's fucked up. He's coughing up blood into the mask, but he's alright. He's not done yet. Mr. Yomo. Is hope a lie? This despair makes it seem so. Oh, this fucking chapter cover page is beast. Look at my boy Kaneki in the background. Hey, yo, that shit is real. I wanna go wee. Daddy, go wee. Okay. Oh, it's that, this is sad. This is just as sad, dude, the old family. Here we go. Wee, mommy, me too. If you try, your arm will come off, silly. Again. Okay, here we go. Daddy, mom, yo. Arima, man. Here's the thing, I love him, but as the shade has accumulated around the character, ever since the ties with V have been revealed, it's almost too much for me to bear. To where if there's more casualties of people that I love left in his wake, I feel as though I'll grow to despise him. And that's unfathomable to me, because from reading Jack numerous times to just my initial, captivation with Arima in part 1, I still can't even see it happening. Even if he were to slay Yomo here, I probably resent him. I probably definitely would. I kind of already do deep down. But he's still a fucking boss. But more and more that I see him now, I see just so much shade emanating, exuding. Like, look at this flashback. Look at the silhouette. Destroying this happy family. And granted, there's crimes on both sides. I doubt that Hikari was a fucking saint, but still, his face. Young Arima, though, it always gets me. Especially seeing it drawn with how refined Ishida's arsenal has gotten at this point. died. Forgive me, dude, Arata. I couldn't protect her. No lie, like seeing it like this, like they look so much like their parents. They really do. I had to look straight up like Arata because I was weak. Don't you dare try and make things better by blaming yourself. But you're right, Kirishima. It's your fault because of you, my sister. Damn. Wait a sec. This makes so much sense. This is why Arata really was the way he was then. I never really thought about it from this perspective. I always kind of saw him as this Yoshimura-esque type of figure who was trying to maintain peace and order and pitied humanity and didn't want to consume them. But then again, we do know that he ate humans from time to time. It's just that he cannibalized more fervently. And I'm wondering if it's more along the lines of Kaneki's mentality now with this loss. That I never really initially thought of that. I wish you died instead. Like, Renji, you know the man took it to heart. He was already broken. Look at his face. In my heart, I knew it wasn't Kirishima's fault. He left my sister to save the children, and yet I was... person trying to make things better by blaming others was me. I am powerless. Renji. Just to get an insight into his mindset, like we already did in the initial flashback with the Uta backstory as well in the Fourth Ward, but this is next level. This is his outlook on life, his perspective, his heart. How he coped with the tragedy at the time. We never really saw any of that. All we really saw was his thirst for revenge against Arima. Don't worry about it. All I do is cause trouble for you. I'm nowhere near as cheery as Koma is, nor can I hope to be as deft as Irimi. Don't say those names all casually right now, dude. Mr. Yoshimura, I'm sorry. I don't think I'm cut out for this job. Your coffee is delicious. Are you worried about the 2 children? They're like sis. Though she stopped after having children, in the past my sister was a wild one. She killed and ate you. I knew she was a fucking savage. There's no way. For a Quinky like Narukami to be crafted from her like that, she had to be an absolute beast. She had to be a savage. So I already knew this. But to hear, man, really and truly, Toga is her daughter. In fact, I think that somehow in the end, that came back to bite her. I don't want the 2 of them to end up like their parents. Kirishima, in order to protect them, in pursuit of power, he scavenged. Yo! Exactly! Fucking exactly. In pursuit of power. His cannibalism, I don't know why I never thought of it from this perspective until just now. Until really internalizing Hikari's death like this and having the tie reach me with the last chapter in a way that it really never even did when we first initially got Yoma's backstory, in a way that it never did knowing about Hikari and Toka and Ayato and Arata and what had happened to their mother. It never really reached me like that until now. I always thought that Arata was just this kind man who cannibalized ghouls in a similar way to Kaneki, and still very much is similar to Kaneki in that sense of doing so, becoming a Kakuja in the pursuit of power in order to protect people. Just in order to protect, Arata, man. And for that, he was targeted by the doves. His strength became his downfall. And and that's the thing, the man could still very well be alive, being hoarded and still farmed for his cargo in order to keep crafting these Arata suits and these different Arata variants, but if we see him here, dude, that would be insane. If he jumps into the fight, that would be insane. I don't know where the fuck he would come from. I don't know where the fuck he's been all this time, unless he was straight up in Cochlea locked away. But regardless, to protect another is truly a difficult thing. No matter how strong your conviction, look at what happened to Arata. The things you believe to be true and right can backfire on you. Who's in with the wisdom, son? God damn, Mr. Yoshimura. Will you consider hiring Toka? I don't want her to be out there in the blood-drenched world of the ghoul. I want her to live a quiet, peaceful life in the human world. Why don't you go to them and tell them who you are? After all, you're their uncle, aren't you? If only I could once more hold my daughter in my arms. If only V wasn't hell-bent on chasing her down. And then you wanna hit me with the Yoshimura and Eto feels in the midst of all of this that's going on, Ishida. God fucking damn. I don't think I have what it takes to guide another. I really fucking like this panel. I love Renji's eyes in this panel. The most I can do is watch over from afar. Damn, Ayato coming in with the save though. Renji, wake the fuck up, dog. You can't go out like this. After all of this time, I know you're a fucking savage. Don't you lie to me. Don't go out this fucking soft, reminiscing about your feelings when the man that stole your sister from you is right in front of your eyes. Now's not the time to get old and tired, mister. Fucking Ayato, man. And still, fucking God Arima has the upper hand regardless. I'm sorry. Like, even if Yomo went 100%, Arima's still too fucking real. And then he's toying with them. What the wait? Oh, it's just, that's just. Alright, I was about to say, was that a limb? But no, it's just the mask. How much will you steal from me, Arima? My sister. My hope. Hope. That's right. In this fading world, my only desire is to connect. For the seeds I plant to grow into flowers, and for those bloom flowers to drop seeds. For people to say the coffee I pour for them is delicious. And through those two, my own flesh and blood, for me to once again see my sister. I think I love this character even more. I didn't think it was possible to love this character any more than I did, but oh my fucking god. This dialogue. In this fading world, my only desire is to connect. For the seeds I plant to grow into flowers, and for those bloom flowers to drop seeds. People to say the coffee I pour for them is delicious. And through those two, my own flesh. Renji, dude, don't do this to me, Ishida. That's the thing. All of this chapter is just cementing the death flag. It's building up to the point where he's going to now give it his all to try and defeat Arima and undeniably fail. There's no other option. There's no way. If Renji were to defeat Arima, I would be in utter shock and disbelief. I wouldn't even know how to feel about it, to be honest with you. I think I'd just be more shocked and just like, what the fuck is happening, than realistically me being upset. The reverse of Renji dying would just wreck me with feels, but it's not possible. It's absolutely impossible. For me to be able to believe that the things I did in this life weren't meaningless. That is what hope is. This has to be one of my favorite little internal monologues in quite some time. No fucking lie. Mr. Yomo who dropped the medal. Oh my. Next time, I swear I will protect you. Yo, and just like that, it's confirmed. Oh my god. He transcended. Cause, here's the thing. Remember when in the flashback, Renji confronted Arima before having to be saved by Yoshimura, and he initially released his Kagane and went in with his Ukaku, and he created those giant crystalline structures that were battling towards him, and Arima recognized it, which is the key indicator that Narukami is in fact Kari. But the thing about it that really gets me right now is that it transcended, and he's now firing electricity like it's concentrated. The Ukaku is concentrated to that density where it's exactly like Narukami. 100% confirms that Hikari is Narukami. His face, what a savage, man. Renji. Arima doesn't even look shocked though. What? No, how is that simple, man? It has to be the fact that it is because it's Narukami. There's no way you just parry that kind of strike with the hilt and it's all good. Don't tell me he was able to rechannel that as well. This must just be him firing his own. I'm gonna be so fucking salty if Renji goes out like this. No, don't do it to me, Yoshida. Renji. This. Let's go! Oh my god. Yo. The thunderous cycle of despair broken. The man is here. I don't even know what he just straight up with the Kagane. Blocking it. KANEKI, dude, let's go. I never, and this is crazy to me how full circle things have come to the point where KANEKI is far superior. Like, I have much more faith in KANEKI against Arima than Renji against Arima. And Renji is a fucking boss to this day. Double S plus as far as I'm concerned, but still. Is it actually time right now? Next issue, showdown with the Reaper. Oh my god, dude. This has been crazy, but the problem with this now, I'm so happy that Renji is alive. I'm so fucking happy that Renji is alive. Let's go. This chapter was actually amazing. This chapter was glorious because of the fact that he survived, yet I got such deep insight into the character's heart. And that dialogue was incredible. But here's the thing, if KANEKI is going to clash with Arima right here, and it's also crazy to me that Hinami's here, KANEKI's here, Yomo's here, Toka's here. Kind of reminds me of the arc right before the gourmet arc when with Hinami's parents and everything like that, with Mado and Amon. Which wouldn't surprise me if Amon then came to Cochlea. But I've been entertaining the thought lately that Amon actually won't come to Cochlea. And the only reason that I immediately made that kind of connection is because we saw him right after we saw Ayato and Banjo. But what if he goes to Rue instead? What if Amon is in fact on Rue right now? That kind of changes, and the thing is, we don't know how the man is going to move. All we know is at the heart of it and how he's been transformed, how he's been changed, mentally is the real question, because all we know at the heart of it is I doubt his drive for justice has diminished in any sense. It's just how it's been distorted, what he truly sees as right versus wrong at this. But anyway, I digress. And that's pretty much what Ishida was suggesting with the dialogue and tagline that he put when we saw him again. But regardless, I could see him still coming here now, thinking of that kind of mirror comparison. But it's just crazy to me that Kaneki is far trend. I mean, I knew this already, but still, to see it in action, to the fact where he's coming to Yomo's aid. I have no idea how this fight is gonna play out. And then we still have, as far as Coakley is concerned, there's still a lot of rogue elements that we have yet to encounter. I don't know what the fuck is up with Mogen or Ara, who are supposed to be there. I don't know what the fuck is going on with them. I don't know what Eto's move is gonna be. I want to see a big move from Donato. Like I keep saying every chapter, I want to see Donato. I want to see him make it out. I want him to start stepping onto the stage. And that also leads me to more want Amon to come to Coakley than to go to Rue. But my biggest thing right now is that if we're going to see Kaneki clash with Arima, then my fear is that when we return to Rue, everything's going to be said and done already. I'm going to get this kind of vague overview and recap. I really don't want that. Even if this would have been like the ideal time to cut away and then cut back and maybe do a little bit of transition. I know Ishida rarely does that, but I don't want to just gloss over everything that happened at Rue, but this is by far more important. This is definitely by far more important. That's why I think we will gloss over what's happening at Rue. Damn, I'm happy right now, dude. It's rare that I come off the chapter and I'm in a very cheerful mood because my boy survived. The hype is building up. We have Kaneki versus Arima looming. And Renji went in. Confirmed many things at once. We got this beautiful backstory as far as Hikari and Arata is concerned. But the biggest thing was the conversation that Renji had with Yomo. And his little internal monologue about hope. Fucking beautiful. I need to read that one more time before we end the video. I really do. Very fast chapter though. That's right, in this fading world, my only desire is to connect. For the seeds I plant to grow into flowers, and for those bloom flowers to drop seeds. Dude, that for me to be able to believe that the things I did in this life weren't me. That is what hope is. Beast fucking charger, dude. I'm ecstatic that Renji didn't die. That's the thing. I really, even though I said I was clinging to hope, for some reason deep down inside, I think I tried to resolve myself for his death, to prepare myself when it actually happened. And the fact that he's still alive, that Kaneki was able to save him from that killing blow. I'm extremely happy that we're not losing Renji. We actually, and it could still fucking happen. I mean, at some point down the line, maybe. I doubt it. When somebody escapes a killing blow like that, it's hard pressed for them to encounter the same situation, in the next couple of chapters. That'd be utterly ridiculous. Still, it's rare that we get this kind of deep, in-depth character inspection and backstory. Fully explained. Everything about Renji is on the table, and it takes me back to the time where Tori was saying when Kaneki first met Tori, and she was basically like, back in his younger days was a lot like Toka and everything like that, and just kind of seeing how he was very dismissive of that then. It all makes so much more sense now. But especially with what he expressed that he wanted for Toka and Ayato. So to see this, to see everything about Renji laid on the table, like clearly he's still one of my top. As far as best boys go, I say top. I think it's Uta still. They've been tied. I guess Uta pulled ahead of him, and now they've retied themselves. Is what I'd say. Now they retied themselves, so they're two. But god damn, too real. I really do need to go through and make a new top 10 TG character list, and then do top 5 males and top 5. I haven't done one since the end of part 1, since before the first chapter of Re, and shit has definitely changed tremendously. But that's pretty much it for the chapter. Let me know your thoughts on this fucking chapter. Any insight that you have, anything that you saw, any theories that you have as to what's going to transpire next. How do you think this fight with KANEKI versus ARIMA is going to play out? Who do you think we'll see intervening, if anyone? And what I'm really fucking hyped for is for KANEKI to actually address Toka with his regained memories. That'll be interesting. That'll be extremely. And I know Toka's gonna fucking break, but regardless, shit is hype right now. Toka. Why is my favorite series to talk about, dude? It's why it's one of my probably, like I say every time, this and fucking One Piece, and then comes back are my favorite ongoing manga. And yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all I have to say. I do have some Tokyo Ghoul topic videos that I'm working on the side. They're taking me a little bit longer to get through than I initially thought, because I'm doing a lot of editing. I want to put a lot of stuff into it. It's gonna be a lot of work. It's gonna be worth it, and they're gonna definitely be coming within the next couple of weeks, next 2-3 weeks. There'll be multiple side, TG topic videos and theory videos and stuff like that. So look out for those, and I'll see you guys next week on chapter 72.